you from early.
Yeah, no activity on the lot at all today. You know, no one wants to buy a used car from a dead guy. I'm not making any sales and I'm paid on commission. I might as well start looking for a new job. So do we have any of those cow tongues left?
No, you had the last one last night.
Pig's liver?
No, none of that. Oh, Zombie, you've got to see what I bought today. This is great. So I started at Old Navy, and it was the performance set, and it wicks. Oh, like a miracle. And so, but I ended up at the Gap, and I had to get the salmon. The salmon belt set was amazing. It kind of shimmers.
Yeah, you know what I think? If I ever see you in that pink belt.
Salmon.
Okay, if I ever see you in that, I'm going to join that clunky robot and drunkard pirate.
Oh, I guess I better return that salmon tie.
So it's, been about a year since me and this robot feller hooked up, and it's been a really great event, I think, because we really kind of cover each other's lack abilities, and it's one of those things where I'm not so good with the technology of now. I like rope and stuff, but electricity is beyond me. And it's kind of like he really shows me how to use stuff, and it's been great. And I show him how to be less cold with people, because he kind of comes off as, not human. And it's one of those things where, we've got a great relationship this way. And it's, people will say I'm not the best relationship expert because I'm kind of angry. But, I would never think about, being angry towards him, because a relationship is... Would you stop that already? But as time goes on, we get closer and closer, and it's really great, because I think we're going to eventually be one solid unit.
What is with superheroes always calling out their names? By the time they are done spouting out some booming superego title, the villain has already gotten away. I used to go by the title of Mr. Roboto, the Titanium Titan.
Well, the thing is that by Ninja Code, you try to be as silent as possible in your uniform. When you're in the uniform, you're Shadow. Shadows don't fucking talk.
I think the ninja and I, we complement each other quite well. I mean, it started out as basically he was doing the killing, and I would just eat the bodies. He'd let me have them, and as soon as I went through that change for crime fighting, we knew we had to come together in a different way.
Yeah, I was killing people and he was eating them, and it was quite a team we had going. And then I found out that he also kills people, and we decided that we would, kind of do it together more often, because it was good for him. He got the spoils.
Well, the reason I do what I do, which is helping people nowadays, is I had a personal loss. It was my ship, the Jolly Ridger, that I sailed the seas and plunder. And one day I showed up at my dock and it was gone, and there was a little piece of paper floating in the water, and it was from the IRS. I had not paid me back taxes. They took me boat. And I got to thinking, pondering up in here about how, when I go to a town and I take their booty and their gold and their women, it's kind of like I'm the IRS and they haven't paid their back taxes. And it really changed my life, gave me perspective. So now you could say I'm a do-gooder.
I guess being a ninja, people are pretty quick to judge. They ask about like your training and they judge what you did in training. And like they judge how I live my life and even like who I live it with. Everyone's like, oh, you live with a zombie. That's pretty weird. And I'm like, aren't you quick to judge? Yeah, it's messy. His ear falls off sometimes. You don't even know what it's like to like wake up in the morning, you're all walking to the sink barefoot, you want to like make some coffee or tea, and then you put your big toe in the middle of a zombie's ear, and it's gross. And so I just gotta clean all the time. And a dead body that walks around your house, it's like a walking mess. So I gotta clean that up all the time. Like I got like toenails. I don't even know how he gets them back on. If he does.
So why do I do what I do? Well, so one day I was eating this, I guess it was probably 8 years old, this 8-year-old's brain, and off in the distance I saw a man running out of an appliance store with a TV. The employees there ran right after him, but he got away, and I just thought, that is so wrong. I mean, that is not his. And as soon as I finished chowing down, I sort of, over digestion, thought about, the fact that I would like to stop people like that. I'd like to keep this world a better place, because I don't want someone taking my TV. I like to sit back, have a drink or two, watch a program or two, I'm a big fan of the scary movies.
So as you know, me and this robot are a team, but we don't exactly have what you would call similar personalities and all, just because I like to drink. I like to plunder and kill, but he likes to clean. It's almost sickening how clean he gets things. And he likes to label and do all this other almost mechanical things. He says he likes the order of things.
He's an interesting guy. Like, he tries, he really tries. He tries to be clean for me. Like, right now you can hear him showering. Like, what does a zombie do in the shower? Because, like, you can't get a zombie clean. He's, like, rotting. He washes himself. Sometimes he clogs the drain, though. Like, bits of flesh and patches of hair. Like, his scalp. It falls. I've pulled out patches of zombie scalp while I'm in the shower. I'm like, oh, why isn't the water going down? It's all up around my ankles and like all weirding me out because it's like half cold because I just turned on the shower and I had to wait for it to warm up. And like, it's all cold on the feet and then I'm warm on the top and it's a weird feeling. And then I was like, why isn't the water going down? Why? And then I looked down and it's like zombie scalp.
I don't really understand the philosophy of living your whole life, spotless and clean when it just gets dirty the next day. Doesn't that seem a waste of your time? Well, I think so, and luckily I have him to clean up after me, but it's not really in my nature because parts of me just randomly fall off, and should I be worried about who I am, like changing who I am just to suit the needs of society? My thought is no. I want to say no.